Okay, so this is my editor. Look at what it can do right now. So I can type, can't really move around just yet. I press enter, I can delete words. Yeah, that's about it. And you see the FPS here. It's just so I want to see if it ever slows down or anything. Okay, so let me back up a little bit. So what am I doing here? I'm writing a text editor, and I'm using Zig with raylib. So Zig is basically a C-like low-level language, and it's got some nice features because it's quite modern. And raylib is essentially this game engine library. And I'm making this because I want to learn Zig and about like low-level stuff in general. And sort of inspired by Zed. Zed is this like editor that uses a similar approach where they do like all the rendering themselves. It's kind of cool. Yeah, okay, let's go through the code a little bit. So, I've only been working on this a couple of hours this week, so it's not too complicated. So what the code does is we need to first set up the editor, the renderer, and this action key mapping. So this is just mapping all of the keys that you press into actions. So of course you want your keys to do stuff when you press them, right? So every frame, because this is a game engine after all, this stuff runs every frame. So we check what keys have been pressed. If they match any actions, then do the actions. And then render the new state of the editor. Yeah, this is pretty familiar to most game devs, I'd imagine. Let's have a look at the code. So, yeah. So we have a lot of setup, like I said just then. So we set up the key mapper here. We're setting up kind of like the renderer. Where's the editor? Editor's here. Okay, and then this is the main game loop, the meat of the code, and this runs every frame. Basically, we get the key, we check if they match anything, and yeah, we sort of insert stuff if nothing matches. I think I'll revert back to this later. And then at the end of this, we render it. Okay, let's quickly look at the editor. So the way that I have the editor set up is it just tracks everything we want to know about the file that we're editing. So right now it's very simple, it's just a text buffer. So this is just the text content and also the cursor position. And yeah, so I realized that we can split all of the operations on the editor into like these basic operations and what did I call them? Like composite operations. And the basic stuff is like inserting a character, inserting a new line, that sort of thing. And it's basically just manipulating the data that we have. So, and with these building blocks, you can build up stuff that's a bit more interesting. So for example, clicking backspace, you want to, if it's at the start of the line, you want to go up and move to the end of the line. Otherwise, you delete the current character. Sorry, I should have mentioned this first, right? Yeah. And delete words is kind of similar. Yeah. And okay, let's look at how the key map works. So when you initialize the key map, it's basically just a hash map of all the different combos you can press together. So for example, let's see, this one here. So this is like deleting a word. So if you press Control and then you press backspace, then that deletes a word. And this is a function here. Yeah, it goes back to our editor. And yeah, hopefully that gives you an idea. It is a hash map. Yep, so in our main code, when you press a key, you check it here. So you make this key combo struct, and then you use the key mapper to get the action. So you can see it coming back here, and then we're executing this action here. Yeah, pretty straightforward stuff, I hope. And then finally, I'll just go over the renderer. So the renderer, this is all basically raylib stuff. For example, drawing the text and drawing the cursor. Those are the only two things we have right now. And I guess the background, yeah. Yeah, so you might be wondering, all of this code is to make the cursor blink and kind of grow. You don't really see this in like VS Code or anything. So I thought it's interesting, so I put it in there. And yeah, that's about it.